Now with right angles, you can actually have right angle 3D objects. For example, right triangular prisms and right rectangular prisms are 3D objects that have right angles. In order to understand what this means, first we have to find out what prisms are. Prisms are 3D objects that have rectangular faces all around and congruent bases. Bases are the top and bottom faces of a 3D object. If you take a look at this picture here, the faces are the 2D shapes that you can see in the 3D object. So we have rectangles, rectangular faces around, and then we have two squares. The two squares are the same size and shape, and they're at the top and bottom of our 3D object. Because the squares are the same size and shape as each other, we call them congruent. Congruent means the same size and shape. So this 3D object has bases, a top and a bottom, that are congruent, and then around the bases are rectangle faces. So this is a prism. There are other prisms as well. You can take a look over here. This is an image of a pentagonal prism. It has two bases. The top has a pentagon shape and the bottom also has a pentagon shape that are the same size and the same shape. So they're congruent. Now all around the two pentagons are rectangular faces. So here's a rectangle, here's a rectangle, 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 rectangle. So this is called a pentagonal prism. Over here, you have two triangular bases and all around are rectangles. So this is an example of a triangular prism. There are square prisms and hexagonal prisms, which are six-sided shapes, or the bases are six-sided shapes. So as you can see, there are different kind of prisms so long as the top and bottom bases are exactly the same, they're congruent, and all around are rectangles.